Did you find that you gained weight when you started exercising? Well, that's quite common, and in this video I'm going to unpack what's going on and what you can do about it. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50, and I'm gonna tackle a question that I got on one of my videos, and it's from someone that calls themselves Alpha Lee Alpha, and she says, or he says, "Hello pretty lady, I love your message. Your videos are very motivating. I really would like to know if it is normal to gain weight when you are exercising. That is what happened to me. How do I combat this?" Well, this is actually a common problem. A picture up here of me probably at my heaviest when I was exercising, and you can see here I had much more body fat on me than I do nowadays. So Alpha Lee, I'm gonna unpick what's going on for you. There are quite a few different aspects that we need to talk about. Now, the first thing is you talk about weight gain, and there is a big difference between fat gain and weight gain, or fat loss and weight loss. They are two different things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how you measure success, because success isn't always about losing weight on the scale. I would recommend that you take your waist measurement. That's really important, and if your waist measurement is going down and, for example, your clothes feel looser, what's actually happening is you're losing body fat. It's really important to understand the difference between scale weight and body fat and body mass. You don't explain how long this has been going on for. You can have fluctuations in your scale weight that are nothing to do with how much fat you have put on or lost. So, if you're a week or two into your journey, you can have fluctuations in scale weight that are actually to do with water. They're not to do with whether you've put on body fat or lost body fat. So your weight can fluctuate for lots of different reasons. The time of the month, if you're still getting a menstrual cycle, or even if you're not getting a menstrual cycle, your body can be going through a process that's almost like a menstrual cycle without having the actual period. So you can have fluctuations because of the time of the month. Then it depends on what time of day you've actually weighed yourself. It depends on how hydrated you are. So the more hydrated you are, the more you're going to weigh on the scale. It depends if you've been to the bathroom or not. There's so many reasons that your weight can actually fluctuate. That's why it's really good to take measurements. And if your measurements are going down, that's good news, isn't it? If your clothes are starting to feel looser, that is also good news. Now, let's talk about exercise and weight. So I put up the picture of me when I was doing running, and doing running actually caused me not only to put on weight on the scale, but actually my body fat percentage went up doing running. And why is that? Because running, or too much of any type of cardio, that's kind of endurance training really, where you're training for maybe an hour or more than that. You're going to start wearing your muscle away, and at the same time, potentially what could happen, and this is what happened to me, is you get hungrier, and so you eat more. That can actually cause you to gain weight and actually gain body fat. So the type of exercise you are doing is really important. However, it might be that you say to me, "Actually, Melissa, no, I'm doing mostly strength training and I'm still gaining weight." Well, the thing about muscle is muscle actually can cause you to gain weight on the scale, even if your dress size, for example, is going down and you're experiencing inch loss. This is especially true if you're not particularly big to start off with. So if you haven't got a lot of weight to lose, you haven't got a lot of body fat to lose, maybe you're looking to lose body fat just around your midsection and you've got some sort of pockets of fat, you're not a particularly big dress size, then you can find by having what's called a body recomposition, so that's what I've gone through, is a body recomposition. Your scale weight doesn't change a significant amount, and for some people that actually means your scale weight is going to go up even when your measurements are going down, because muscle can tend to weigh a little bit more on the scale than fat. Now, the third thing I'm going to talk about, which might lead to you experiencing weight gain, even though you're exercising, even though you're strength training, is you're not paying attention to nutrition. And that is really, really important. You need to be making sure that you're getting enough protein in. So that's 1 gram of protein for every pound in your body weight, or if you weigh over 170 pounds, shoot for your goal body weight. And protein is the thing that's going to help your body burn more fat. But if you're exercising alone and you're not paying attention to what you're eating, not only how much you're eating, but actually the type of food you're eating, so that's getting in enough protein, you can find that you will actually gain weight. Bodybuilders go into what's called a bulk to deliberately gain weight when they're strength training and they're trying to build muscle. So you can gain weight if you're not really paying attention to nutrition. So you also need to be in what's called a calorie deficit, and all that means is burning more energy than you're putting in. And I've made a video all about how to calculate your calories, how to calculate your macronutrients, which is the balance of your protein, carbohydrates and fats, and I'm going to link that video here so you can understand the calories you should be consuming for your weight and your goals, and you can understand how to work out your protein, carbohydrates and fats. And just as a reminder, when you're thinking of exercise, the kind of exercise that is optimum for women over 40, for men over 40, it's actually going to be strength training, because that's the thing that's going to build your metabolism. Strength training will help your body burn more fat even when you sit around. You need to be doing that 3 or 4 times a week. So if you're not incorporating that into your exercise routine, you need to start doing it now. But as I've said, it isn't necessarily going to be reflected drastically on the scale when you take up strength training, particularly if you're not paying attention to nutrition. And just as a reminder, you can't expect to do exercise alone when you're over 40 and expect to see fat loss or even weight loss. It doesn't work like that. It's really important that you include nutrition as well as exercise. You cannot outrun your fork. You get people that say, oh, you know, I'm going to go and burn those calories at the gym. It just doesn't work like that. And I get loads of women approach me who are actually doing tons of exercise, like I was in that picture, and not seeing results because they're not paying attention to nutrition.